Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe, I'm going to whip up some homemade falafels to finish off a refreshing yet very hearty Mediterranean bowl. So let's get into it. Alright, so the first thing you're going to get started is cooking the chickpeas. So get some boiling water going in a medium-sized sauce pot, then add in some ground cumin, coriander, fennel seeds, and a bay leaf, and finally the chickpeas. Now since I soaked these in cold water for about 3 hours, they're only going to take about 30 minutes to cook, whereas they would normally take about an hour or so. But after they're finished cooking, strain them over a sink, pour them onto a plate with a drizzle of olive oil, and then off to the fridge they go for a brief chill. Alright, so while the chickpeas are chilling, you're going to quickly toast up some ground cumin, fennel seeds, coriander, and some crushed garlic in a small saucepan with a generous drizzling of olive oil for about 2 minutes on high heat. Once they're all toasted and giving off a wonderful spiced aroma, take them off the heat and pour the flavor-packed oil into a food processor along with some fresh flat leaf parsley, cilantro, and finally the chickpeas. Blend this mixture on high speed for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's coarsely ground. After that, you're going to pour out the flavored chickpea mixture into a mixing bowl. Then you're going to add in 1 egg, followed by some wheat bran and some whole wheat flour, a little lemon zest and juice for freshness, and last but not least, a little bit of salt and fresh cracked black pepper. I would also recommend adding in some breadcrumbs and a few splashes of water just to help lighten up the mixture, but you'll have to gauge whether or not you like a slightly more dense fritter or something a little bit lighter. Now that the falafel mix is ready, dust a small plate with some whole wheat flour and begin to form your falafels. Now here I'm making some quenelles just by taking a small amount of the mix and molding it in between 2 spoons to make a long oval slash triangular shape that is pretty synonymous with falafels. But if you don't want to do this method, I just recommend forming falafel balls and just making them the old school way. After the falafels are formed, cover with plastic and reserve in the fridge until you're ready to fry them up. But while the falafels are chilling out in the fridge, you can whip up a very simple orzo pilaf. So in a small saute pan that's on medium to high heat, add a drizzle of olive oil along with some chopped white onions and some orzo pasta. You're gonna lightly toast the orzo for about 2 minutes while stirring, then you're gonna add in your chicken stock and cook for about 12 to 15 minutes on medium to low heat. Alright, so now before we start frying up these falafels, I just want to make mention of the fact that whenever you're frying, you always will have some leftover oil that can either be used or it can't be used. So when that happens, just make sure you have a spare glass container or any sort of heat-proof container on hand, such as a pickle jar or something of the like, so you can store the excess oil for another use later on or just easily dispose of it. Now, while the pilaf is simmering away, you can set it aside and start to fry up your falafels in a pan that's halfway filled up with canola oil that's at or around 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Drop in the molded falafels and cook for approximately 3 to 4 minutes until they're just truly golden brown. But once they're done cooking, take them out onto a paper towel and sprinkle with just a little bit of sea salt. Alright, so now that everything is situated and ready to go, grab your bowl and start to plate. Here I'm just going to smear a small dollop of some spicy curry yogurt on the bottom of the bowl. It's just a little bit of yogurt mixed with some lime, chili, and curry powder. After that, you're going to add a few generous scoops of the orzo pilaf. Next, add in some shredded cabbage and arugula that's lightly tossed with a little bit of olive oil and lemon juice and some sea salt. After that, you're going to add some shaved cucumber and red onion, and finally the crispy falafels to finish. Now, of course, I'm going to torch some tomatoes and top the bowl with those as well. And that is it. This is honestly the best pick-me-up homemade Mediterranean bowl you could ask for. Mediterranean food has to be probably my favorite cuisine to eat. I'm not proficient in cooking Mediterranean cuisine just because I'm not from Italy, Spain, and the Mediterranean area. So, I try my best. This is sort of a fusion of, Middle Eastern, Mediterranean food. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this take and some of the flavor combos, but I just really love playing with these flavors. Big fan of tomatoes, rice, different grains, garbanzo beans or chickpeas, lots of different produce, avocados, potatoes, and that kind of genre of cooking or ingredients I really enjoy to eat and to make. So this is sort of an amalgamation of some of the flavor combos that I am passionate about in Mediterranean food. So I'm gonna dig into this Mediterranean bowl and tell you guys how I did, and yeah. So kind of break up the falafel a little bit. Ooh, they're nice and tender. And just some of the rice, a little bit of falafel, some of the greens. It feels good eating this, honestly. Very refreshing. Has everything you need. Beautiful acidic notes with some of the lemon zest in the falafel. And of course some of that fresh lemon juice that I put on the salad and in the cucumbers and the red onion mixture. Really, really light and refreshing, but that rice gives it, that heartiness that it needs, some sustenance. Oh yeah. I love these flavors. The falafels are packed full of herbs. They're probably all in my teeth right now too. But loads of flavor there. The garlic's really good. The cumin's shining right through as sort of the predominant flavor. And of course the chickpeas are the, sort of the backbone to the falafel. It makes it really good. A lot of good texture around there. Crunchy, kind of tender. So very good falafels. The arugula, sliced cabbage, all the good produce. These tomatoes, I didn't have a chance to bite the tomatoes. Very, very good. This is a meal you want to eat every day. Wow. Spicy curry yogurt on the bottom ties everything together. Really, really good. Nice dynamic flavor. You can go crazy with this. Lots of different ideas for this bowl. I used falafel. You can use different toppings or different proteins, things like that. So really, really good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below for future video requests and things you want to see on my channel, and make sure you subscribe at the end of this video. And I will see you next time with another recipe. Later, guys.